Confused black male dies after being tased by the police 8 times in 90 seconds. It is horrific. I warn you, here it is.
Who is Josh? Hey, there ain't no Josh here.
Calm down.
Open the door. Okay, open the door.
Calm down.
Open the door then. I'm looking like there ain't no Josh here.
I know.
What are you doing, man? You're being detained, so you need to
Chill, dude. Jordan.
Oh, no. Okay, then tell him.
I know.
You're not for getting a seat. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Please.
Now. Tase him down. Hey, drop it. Join me. I'm gonna go in. Watch out. Get on the ground. Hey, but no, I'm not resisting.
Okay.
No, you get on the ground. Hey, you gotta understand. Get down on the ground. You gotta understand, I can't do this. You gotta understand. Stop your game tape.
He's chilling.
Thank you. Okay, I won't move. On the ground now. You gotta understand. Stop. Now. I'm killing me right now. You're killing me. You're honest to killing me. You're honest to killing me. We have 4 taser appointments and an OC appointment. You get off. I can't breathe. Nope. I can't breathe. You gotta get off. You gotta get off and stay down.
And then we're gonna be on Fountain next to Fountain.
You gotta. I can't breathe.
Put it up. Confused. Tasered 8 times in 90 seconds. Atlanta Black started a great job reporting this. 2 Colorado Springs cops deployed their tasers 8 times within 90 seconds while arresting a black male who had nothing to do with the alleged disturbance they were responding to inside of the apartment. This happened in 2018, resulting in Mr. Jeffrey Melvin's death. Quote, "You're killing me," cried the 27-year-old man as the cops were arresting him. Quote, "You're honestly killing me. I can't breathe." End quote. On Tuesday, Melvin's family were granted a $3.2 million settlement by the police of Colorado Springs, which was listed as a defendant in the lawsuit according to KKTV. The incident took place in the month of April after Colorado Springs police, Daniel Patterson, Joshua Archer, responded to an apartment complex over a disturbance call, encountering a man, a woman, and a 16-year-old girl. The man told the cops that he had gotten in a fight with his homeboys, but had already kicked them out. That's according to KRDO TV. Patterson took the 16-year-old girl outside the apartment to speak with her, while Archer remained inside speaking with the woman and the man. The girl called her uncle to come pick her up and re-entered the apartment, leaving Patterson standing outside. Meanwhile, Melvin came walking up to enter the apartment, encountering Patterson standing outside, who asked if he was going to enter the apartment. Patterson's body camera was turned off, but he claimed that Melvin told him he was not going to enter the apartment before brushing past him and entering the apartment, shutting the door behind him, not realizing another cop was inside. He didn't know. Patterson opened the door and called out Josh to his partner, prompting Melvin to ask, "Who is Josh?" Patterson then ordered him to place his hands behind his back A confused Melvin kept insisting, "There's no Josh here," stating he's not Josh, and adding that Josh is next door. Melvin began resisting and struggling ensued, but the appellate briefing states, the officers concede that Mr. Melvin did not initiate any physical contact. He never attempted to hit, kick, bite, or spit at the officers. And he never threatened anyone. But he's dead. Okay? But he's still dead. The cops admitted. They couldn't even lie. The man is totally, 100%, absolutely innocent of anything wrong. But he's dead. They still charged him. You understand? They knew he did nothing wrong then. Melvin was charged with resisting arrest for something he never should have been arrested for. He was charged with obstructing, even though he could not have obstructed anything because he was not in knowledge of said thing that was being obstructed. It requires malice intent. They know this. And he died at the hospital. He was transported to the hospital. He died less than a week later. However, the cops that deployed the tasers, who were also initially listed as defendants, were spared from legal liability because they were granted qualified immunity by an appellate court in 2023 on the basis there was no clearly established law limiting the amount of times they were allowed to taser the torture suspects. Do you hear that? The appellate court said, well, it seems unreasonable, but there's no clearly established law that says you can't tase a person this many times in 90 seconds. But I guarantee, if you and me tase somebody 8 times in 90 seconds, a court, a DA, a grand jury, and a jury will consider that to be unreasonable, that you should have known or you did know that tasing somebody that many times with electricity at that level of wattage would likely create serious injury or death. But when it comes to the police, they're not held to the same standard that we are. They are held to a lesser one. Put up the chief. That is why Colorado Springs Police Chief Adrian Vasquez issued a press release to local media denouncing the settlement, accusing the law firm representing Melvin's family of putting, quote, out a press release providing grossly inaccurate information regarding the settlement, end quote. It is not clear what press release the chief was referring to because there is no mention of any press release from the Kilmer Lane law firm in any of the local news articles or on the law firm's website or even on his media channel. So, Chief, it seems like you are the one who has put out inaccurate information. Perhaps Chief Vasquez took offense over the following statement from Melvin's sister, Tanisha Melvin, that was provided to the media by the law firm, saying the cops who killed her brother were held accountable by the settlement. Or maybe the chief was upset over the following statement that attorney David Killer provided to media, predicting these needless deaths will continue if the local police department do not adequately train their officers. Those are called opinion after the fact, sir. Those are not press releases. All right. You're upset about a damn press release? A man whom your officer said committed no wrongdoing is dead. And you are griping about a press release that doesn't exist. All right. Share thoughts here.
He doesn't see him as a man at all. The chief should put a bag over his head and just stay gone, okay? What I saw was a torturous, disgusting way to die. Hitler would have been proud. Hitler would have loved watching that. That's how difficult it was for any reasonable person with just a touch of empathy to see, okay? A child playing an online game with a play weapon. I'd send them for evaluation if they were hitting the trigger that many times. I absolutely would. These domestic terrorists, these racketeering thugs have got to be taken off the streets. And to think that these filthy, lacking integrity bastards actually charged this innocent, whatever happened, just let's assess the situation. And if it's too dangerous for you to go in there like that, then I don't know why you did get up close with someone who's so dangerous.
Right.
You should have done it a different way. Filth, disgusting. I think the UN should get involved here, although we wouldn't listen. This is internet. It's the definition of it, Doc.
That's right. That's right.
Tortured him to death. And if they did that to an animal, Doc, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God for Indisputable. Do you know this would be all over mainstream cable, the network, 6 o'clock, the most valuable, coveted videos would be out there.
Yep. That's right.
This is worse than anything I've seen, okay? Disgusting. And no accountability, and a chief worried about a press release?
Yeah.
Man, get out of my face.
That informs the whole leadership dynamic that's at play. At least the family did get a settlement. Took a very long time, not enough money, and definitely won't bring back their loved one. We'll bring you updates if there's an update to bring from that story. And my thoughts and prayers continue to be with the family.